everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Going for a head shave. I've just been out this morning, I've come back and my skin still feels amazing after that face shave this morning, so I'm really looking forward to this. Now this was also sent to me from Oy Vey Chapel. I still haven't done a video. I'm going to do a little video hopefully of what was sent in the package. Trufitt and Hill shaving cream, I'm not sure, 1805, I'm assuming that's the scent on it, 1805. Don't know anything about this, I've never used a Trufitt and Hill shaving product for anything, nothing at all, so let's wet the head. Cold water for the head shave today, and all I'm going to do is just squirt a good dollop on my hand, like so, and then just rub it all over. Scent wise, it smells very similar to, I think it's like a soap or something that I've used before. It's not my cup of tea. It smells alright. It's certainly slick, that's for sure. Very slick. Right, the brush for today is the Brushguy brush. Beautiful little brush, as you can see there. And it's got the 24mm boss knot, which is an excellent knot, really is lovely. Very similar to that which is in the Razorrock 400 and the F400, is it? So I just flick the excess out. And let's just see how this lathers up. If you haven't watched my face shave video today and you do watch my channel, it's certainly one that I would go and have a look at, because it's the best shave I've had since I started shaving, not just traditional wet shaving, shaving in general. Really enjoyed it. Managed to go against the grain on my full neck, face, cheeks, everything. I was quite impressed. Look, it wasn't a perfect BBS shave, but it was a bloody good shave. Now, I tell you what I'm a bit worried about with this. The last sort of big corporation brand cream that I used reacted to my skin. Do you know something? In fact, it was L'Occitane Cade. This feels like it's doing something similar already, and I haven't even started shaving it. It feels like I'm getting a reaction to it. It's still a little bit dry. Certainly whipping up a lovely lather. I can't argue with the lather, it's really nice. Yeah, I'm starting to get a bit of a gloss in it now. Which would suggest that I'm getting to a point where there's some slickness in there. So we'll give it a go from here. That looks like a nice lather. The brush doesn't look as caked as normal, I don't think. Let's have a look. No, it looks pretty good. Right, the Razorrock MJ90 I think is, can't remember, memory's terrible. Aluminium head, titanium handle, and I have this time, I'm going to give it a try on my head anyway. It'll probably be too mild for me, this razor on my head. The Persona Med Prep, hospital use only. So here we go. Feel a bit of a rebel when you use something you're not supposed to. Hospital use only. So here we go with the grain. Now this razor is this is very smooth actually, very smooth. But it's not very aggressive. Reasonably efficient. mean, people probably get bored that I pull the wunderbar out all the time. But you know, it does a great job. It's really efficient, but I find it very mild. I find a lot of the times when I come to a razor like this one, where it's a mild razor, I mean, this is super mild feeling, but it does the job. It gets really close. I mean, on my face shave, it's the first time I've been able to go against the grain. So that really is testament to how good the razor is. And the blade, and that set of blades are one of my favourites, and it just worked a treat in this razor this morning, as is this Med Prep. But it's certainly not cutting the hair down. Looks pretty nice against the grain though, I've got to say. That feels pretty good. Whether it's cutting the hair off is a totally different matter. Going by the sound, I would say that it's not cutting the hair too great, and it's not. It is leaving quite a fair. Is it smooth? Shit, it's really smooth. I mean, it's just ploughing through the hair. Just not sure it's actually doing, it doesn't feel like it's doing much cutting. We'll see. I'll give this a rinse off. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of hair left on my head there. Way more than I normally would have after one pass with like the wunderbar or the Mergress on a higher setting. But if I can get through a full shave with it with little to no irritation, and it still gives me a pretty good result out of it, then I'll be pretty happy with that. Right, against the grain. I have noticed with the black razors, you can probably see that, if I pull my finger directly along the middle of that, you see where you can see it then? Where the soap scum actually sticks to the razor. I don't know whether you guys can hear that. I'm going over the same bit, over and over and over. It's doing a really average job. I am going to have to go to the wunderbar, so I shall be back in a minute. And we are back. Razor Rock, wunderbar, obviously exact same handles, different heads. Let's see the difference. This is when people say to me, what razor do you recommend for head shaves? I've got sensitive skin, I'm struggling, I can't get close. You need an efficient razor, you need one. You cannot tell me that you can get as close a shave with this as you can with this without having to really go to town with a bit of pressure and actually go over the same area over and over and over again. This straight away is BBS. A couple of strokes and I'm BBS. There's no messing about with it. I've actually got this as a second use feather blade on this one. I don't normally use the feather blades for 2 in a row. I just kept it in as a bit of an experiment because I don't think I've really used a feather blade in the Wunderbar. So the MJ90 is a beautiful razor. It's really well built. It's very precision made. It's very mild, extremely mild. And in some ways probably too mild. If you want to get BBS, that is. I hear a lot of people say that the Wunderbar is very sort of an aggressive razor. I don't find it aggressive. I actually find it, feeling wise, to be on the mild side. But I put the efficiency up there with an R41 and a Futu. The feather blade now is actually starting to feel a little bit rough. It's literally a 1.5 head shave blade for me. Interesting to see what the residual slickness is like on this cream. How does it feel? It doesn't feel too bad, it feels alright. I haven't had a reaction to it, which is good. I'm always a bit worried about that with sort of mass produced products, that they're full of shit, just full of stuff that is not good for your skin. They've got stuff in them that is good for your skin as well. There's obviously stuff in some of them that just isn't that great for you. So the third lather on the Trufitt and Hill is working okay. It's a little bit airy now. I did just dip the tips there, I didn't really need to. But as long as I've got enough on there, just for a bit of slickness, that's all that really matters. As long as there's slickness on this pass, this is my pickups and the sort of final pass. It's really thin. Yeah, the slickness isn't great. It's surprisingly, it's quite a nice scent. It's not a strong scent, but it's not a scent that if I picked it up I would buy it. But it was gifted to me from Alex over in New York, and it does the trick. I'm normally not, creams have got to be really outstanding for me to sing their praises, because they don't generally, for me, they don't shave as well as a good soap. The only ones that I've come across, if I'm honest, that have really pushed the boundaries would be Occam's from Australia, which is no longer made, and Elvado from Canada, Elvado for men, both of which in my opinion are the pinnacle of creams. I mean, it's good enough that I can get a bit of a against the grain slickness wise, but now with that MJ90 I'd be here all day doing this. So this is another non-dedication video, and God, do you know something, I haven't even acknowledged yet on my videos that I've managed to reach the 1,000 subscriber mark, but I haven't done that yet because I know how these subs work. I'll probably once I get to about 1,020 I'll be happy then, because you can get to 1,002 and all of a sudden be back down to 997 and then back up to 1,004 and then all over the place. It's an absolute pain, and a lot of the times it's not because people are leaving your channel, it's just the poor YouTube system, the way it works. Oh, right my. This is a little bit dodgy here because the slickness on this cream is pretty average. The residual slickness, that is. When it's on your head, the actual lather, it's alright. I shouldn't really be doing this, I'm going to end up cutting myself. Because the razor is bouncing about quite a bit. So yeah, Trufitt and Hill. I'm sure there'll be people out there who will shout its praises from the hilltops and say it's brilliant. I find it very average, performance wise and scent wise. Scent's okay. Like I say, it's not an unpleasant scent. It's not a scent that if I picked it up I'd go, oh yeah, I'm having that. It's certainly not a real memory jogging scent. I do actually remember using something many years ago that smells similar to this. Well, there we go. Sometimes you just got to improvise, haven't you? Change your razor out, pick the right one this time. Cucumber Melon Witch Hazel from Humphreys. Lovely witch hazel. This one is probably the lightest scent that I have now. But BBS. Lovely. And while that's drying in, I can rinse my brush off. Like so. So that was Trufitt and Hill 1805. It's alright. Do you know something? It would probably do for sort of travel cream, but there's so many more. So much better products out there. Elvado shaving for men, I think it is. Elvado for men. They make a pump bottle cream now that I have in the den, and it's outstanding stuff. And it really puts this stuff to shame. Just based on performance, not even taking into account that the scents are far superior, but the performance of the Elvado Handy Occam's cream, it just blows that stuff away. It's really average. The scent's okay. It is a sort of cologne-y scent. It is an alright scent. There's nothing to write home about. The brush was the Brushguy brush, 24mm Boss Knot. Beautiful aqua colour. Really, really nice. And it's got a lovely backbone as well for a synthetic. Good bit of spring back on it. It's really nice, and it holds its shape. That's what I like about the Boss Knot compared to the Game Changer. It stays there no matter what you do. It goes back to that shape, and I like that. I don't like notice it sort of bend all over the place and look a bit messy. Razors, RazorRock MJ90, which is basically an upgraded version of what they say is an upgraded version of the Edwin Jagger DE89. And I would say from my face shave this morning that it's one of the smoothest shaving razors I've used. It's not very efficient, it's not aggressive, it's very mild and not efficient. But for buffing and doing things and going against the grain as I did, excellent razor. But it does not cut the mustard like this bad boy, the Wunderbar by RazorRock. Torque slant, precision built, superb. Incredible for head shaves in my opinion. You won't find many better razors, in my opinion, than this for shaving your head. I get BBS with it every time. It barely leaves it in it. In fact, it leaves literally nothing behind. Just smooth skin. And you can't argue with that. Barbasol Premium Pacific Rush. I'm going to finish off with that. This was part of my giveaway prize from Gil over at Second Kinda Cool. There's nothing worse. I always get it with the moisturiser. Bit of moisturiser on, then you feel just a little patch of loose hair. There's another bit there. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. And that's absorbed. I mean, that's whew, what a shave. Oh yes. Alright guys, that is me done and dusted. Thank you very much for tuning in. Next shave will most likely be a head shave Monday or Tuesday, and I'll be back again on Wednesday for my face shave with 4 days growth, unless something comes up in between. I'm really enjoying having these little breaks in between the shaves just to let my skin heal, and I mean my skin feels and looks better than it has done for a long time. And the shave from this little bad boy this morning was exceptional, really was for my standards. I'm still BBS on my cheeks and lots of parts of my neck and things. Really blew me away, really impressed with it. So you guys, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.